So one of the things I really wanted to do is to make a quilt from fabric that we collect from around the country. So we're going to get a fat quarter from each quilt shop. This is the first one.
First quilt store.
It was fun going in. Hard to know what to pick. We did talk to the owner a little bit. She was saying that their shop has a lot of unique die cuts. They have their own machine, so they can pretty much make any shape they want. We did actually buy 2 pieces of fabric here. Keith had picked one, and then we found one that would go with a picture that our grandson had drawn for my quilt. Afterwards realized that this could add up really fast, and we have limited space, so we did decide we need to stick with one fat quarter for each shop.
West Yellowstone. Technically, we're in Montana, but this is our Wyoming quilt store.
It's Yellowstone.
It is Yellowstone.
And that's what we'll be in Wyoming. We'll be in Yellowstone. So that's why
Right.
it counts.
Well, I know it counts. Trust me, it counts. Seeing as how we're only driving through Yellowstone, and there are no quilt stores in Yellowstone National Park, weirdly.
Shop here in West Yellowstone is very National Park centric fabric, which is not surprising. They have a lot of boutiques. She said there were very many that are unique just to their store. It was a cute little shop. We had a lot of fun in there. Keith spent some time talking to her boyfriend Tim about video equipment. I think he may have talked more than I did there. Really cute little shop. Again, it's really hard picking fabric to see what will be representative of that shop or that state. Found a nice boutique that we thought fit well. Little Timber Quilts in Big Timber, Montana was a good size shop. It was in an old clothing store, so there's a lot of old fixtures, the original old floor, and what Keith was most intrigued by was their library ladders. One back here, he'll show here, was from the late 1800s. This was also a fun shop. We spent some time talking to the owner. It was really fun explaining to people what we were doing and seeing how excited they were and hearing about their travels and adventures as well. And of course, Keith had to get some of the candy from the candy shop that they had in there as well.
North Dakota's quilt shop.
This shop was like a quilt show. They have really high ceilings, and they have quilts hung all over the place. I have no idea how many there were. Just tons of them. It was fun to see all the different quilts and all the different styles. And of course, they have kits available for them. This is where I chanced on a great idea. I couldn't figure out which fabric to choose, so I asked one of the attendants there what she thought would be most representative of either their shop or of their state. And she found some fabric for me that had sunflowers, which is what she suggested. And so out of the several choices that they had, we did pick one. And it seemed appropriate. We had seen sunflowers, fields of sunflowers, as well as sunflowers just growing on the side of the road there in North Dakota. Sassy Cats wasn't originally on our list. We had been looking at one that was further north, but we weren't able to get there by closing time. So when we stopped, we looked for something in the area and found this one, and I'm really glad we did. This is a really neat shop. It was a horse ranch that's been converted. I haven't had a chance to look online, but I would bet that she has a quilt retreat center here as well. This is the old horse barn.
I love how it looks like an old porch.
We were horse ranch. You're standing in where all the stalls were in the barn.
Okay. Nice. I left you in the dark and did it.
Well, you say, come take the stalls. And it's a work in progress, you know how that goes.
Besides a good selection of fabrics, I noticed she had quite a good selection of wool and threads for doing wool applique. And the suggestion they had for me for what fabric would be very South Dakota was corn. Since we had been driving through fields of corn looking for my great-grandfather's homestead, we thought that was very appropriate.